Hey guys, we thought we had everything fixed with the last episode, but unfortunately, we needed one more episode to get everything straightened out. Going forward, the audio should be good. So just bear with us for one more episode where we have to use the backup audio. And we'll see you next week.
Is it recording?
It's been recording for quite some time.
Holy shit, I thought we were waiting to say record.
Nah, because I might need to use this later.
Oh.
Y'all were just giving away too much shit. I was like,
Is this a MacBook?
Touchscreen? Oh, no, it's not.
It's not touchscreen?
No, it is. It's the
that's
it's touch bar.
Touch bar. Yeah.
No, I got it in the pandemic and I was like, I'm not leaving here without a touch bar.
Don't tomato me with a touch bar, touch screen.
Oh.
It's touch.
Touch. Touch.
I have a homie who lives in the apartment
Am I
above
afraid?
where that was filmed.
What?
He's like, he showed me the video. He's like,
What?
That's my apartment. And it is.
What? That's
Dead
one
ass.
of the
Dead
most
ass.
iconic music videos to me.
Yeah.
Well,
Ever.
Oh, it's the homie Brandon. You've been there.
Touch.
Yeah. Remember Brandon's apartment? Over on Broad?
Yeah.
I won't finish it because I don't want to give away the shit, man.
What's his social security?
Yeah, exactly, right? I was like, over
4th of
on
July
Broad.
is over. You don't need to be that.
He's over on that one spot.
Where?
Where, like, straight up where it is actually shot, you can see their apartment, like, right behind. I was like, yo, I've partied there.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
it's pretty dope. That's some LA shit, man.
I
love it.
love that video so much.
Yeah.
Fucking Neptune.
Wonder what happened to her.
Who, the dancer?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I follow her on Instagram. She's actually still a pretty successful dancer. She teaches in New York. She kind of like coined this whole this genre of dancing called femology. It kind of takes like ballroom dancing and kind of like the just heels, like dancing like real choreography in heels,
Welcome
and
to
she
the
kind of
dancing
really
podcast.
teaches that.
That's
And-
what's up.
yeah, no, she's still out there doing her thing, but we're in like the dancing streets because I reside in the dancing streets.
You did a lot of these
Apparently,
things.
I reside in the dancing streets.
Okay.
She's kind of a bitch,
Oh.
but she's so good. That,
Aren't we all, though?
yeah, but like that's just like what is kind of put on her. But I think she's just like very passionate about like, yo, if you didn't study,
She's
if you didn't
serious.
work hard, like fuck you, and I'll
Yeah.
tell you fuck you to your face
Yeah.
because she's just a New York female.
She's just
woman.
serious.
and
And
she's
people
like, yeah.
can't handle serious.
Yes.
I understand.
So that's what it is more. She's
Yeah.
like she's passionate about her craft, and people take it as a lot.
That's how you feel right now?
That's me waiting to do the intro.
You just wanted to do the intro so bad.
I just wanted to do the
I can
intro.
see it. He's like, dude, I just want to do the intro.
And I heard him.
You
The
can-
thing is, I heard him start the intro, and
You
start
can
the
keep
intro.
doing what you gotta do.
No,
Let
no,
me just do
it's
the
fine.
intro so we can
Daniel
start the
Malenko.
episode.
Her name.
That's
Daniel.
all I got.
What's up? Do you have something to say?
I mean, you lit the candle on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Blow that shit up.
Welcome back, everyone.
Ooh. Tell me where to go.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode.
You
Fuck me, man. Jesus Christ. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast where we pull back the curtain and give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of a favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective.
What's up,
I
motherfucker?
got a haircut.
Huzzah!
All right, Mark, you're just gonna.
Everybody, wait. And you fell.
Yeah.
Just gonna Nardwar that shit.
Yeah, I got an
Close.
wired every time, even though it's the beginning, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what those things
You don't know who Nardwar is?
That didn't help you at all. He
Saying the name.
Yeah,
of
no,
it.
he interviews, basically musical artists, but like he'll basically interview them and reveal things to them from their past that they think nobody knows about. So it'll be like, no,
nothing
it'll be
about
like,
that, no.
you remember you liked this one song in middle school that you said inspired you to become the rapper that you are today? Well, I have their original first album for you here. And the artist is like, whoa, what the fuck? Where did you?
And then he's like, who the fuck told you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I only told my cousin.
Yeah, no, it's like,
Then you know who told me.
damn you,
You
Samuel.
should have paid your cousin more,
Yeah.
or that $500 I gave him wouldn't have meant anything. You wouldn't
Or-
be giving away your secrets.
Or like they have these things where, oh, I went by this different name for like a day.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you find that out?
Yeah.
Or how did you know? I had this conversation with so and so. It's like, who's telling you these things?
He's really good, and I mean, like,
oh, he's good.
Back in the back, like
he's good at finding things out.
It's mainly rap artists now, but back in the day, like, he interviewed fucking from Seattle, Kurt Cobain, like the band. Fuck.
He's been
Nirvana.
He's been doing it for like 30 years.
Yeah, he's been at it for like a minute. Yeah.
He's a good interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's very kind, and as far as the interviewing goes, like he does his research on people, and it's impressive the shit he can find out about them because it's obviously entertaining, but as being an interviewer, it's like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is really good
especially
journalism.
because it sounds like it's not harmful.
No, nothing harmful.
It's all just like reminding you of your past and your innocence, like why you became an artist a lot of times, and it's really cool. And he's like this nerdy Canadian dude with like goofy glasses, dresses kind of like in polka dots, like and shit, and like
golf pants.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Like, remember when you were a child without calling you childish?
Yeah.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That
Yeah, I
was
remember
really-
when I was a child.
Mhm.
I'm still childish, but I do remember when I was a child. That sounds pretty cool.
Nah, he's
Shout out to
dope.
Nando.
Yeah.
He's dope.
Yes.
Whoever you are.
Oh, okay. One more thing about him before we get off of it.
Before we actually start the podcast, 30 minutes into the podcast.
He interviewed a member from Slipknot, one of them that like doesn't talk,
Oh shit.
and he actually got him to speak.
No way.
And then he's talking to the other dude because the one that doesn't speak wasn't talking. And then he says something, and he goes like, "So yeah, what about this? Can you tell me this?" And the one that doesn't talk just kind of stands there. They're wearing a mask, obviously. And he hears something, and he just walks the fuck off. I looked in the comments, and apparently what he said to one dude was he mentioned a band that member was on, and he doesn't talk to his bandmates that much because he just doesn't talk in general.
Yeah.
So he was just freaked the fuck out that like he flipped out that he knew this because he didn't really tell anybody about it. So he was just like, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
So he just walked off, and people were like, why did he walk off? Was he mad? It's like, no, he mentioned his first band that he was ever in.
It's crazy. Yeah. No.
Yeah, and he blew his fucking mind.
But he got his
So he's a
tied on camera.
All right. You know what? I couldn't even sip my drink after that.
yeah. All right, let's start this shit. We spent
So what happened with your weekend?
Well, speaking of getting knots untied, nah, nothing like that. Yeah,
Oh.
no, it was very fun.
I thought you ruined a marriage.
It's like,
Not
wow,
recently.
that's
I
crazy.
thought damn, I was waiting like, all right.
Yeah, I was like, damn,
a good
that was your
episode.
weekend.
Quiet ass weekend, man.
Nice, man.
This weekend we were pretty slow. I was also still recovering from last weekend because I was like sick as fuck, but not any of the stuff you could catch. It's just one of those
Don't
things.
flag us, you too.
Yeah. It wasn't. It wasn't anything that could
It wasn't
be
the
spread.
C word.
It was just like
Gotcha.
You both know.
Yeah.
But,
No, yeah.
I was dealing with that, and it was just like one of those things where it only affected me on the days I worked. Because by the time I finally got to a point where I was like, dude, I'll go to the ER just so I can like make sure I'm good, and this isn't anything other than what I think it is. And then while I'm in the ER, they're like, oh man, your numbers are this, but you seem like this. And I was like, fuck, so I just wasted all that money.
Yeah.
So basically, it was like I worked last weekend for free because
All of it
that's
went
all
to
went to the fucking ER.
your healthcare, ER,
It was
and
fucking
shit.
annoying. It was more of an annoying weekend.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
yeah, then going into this weekend, it was just really quiet, which you expect after a holiday, especially one like the 4th of July.
Right.
So I got nothing on that.
Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
Me, I went out a little bit this weekend.
I saw you on one of those.
You
days.
saw me on one of those days.
Well, I saw a version of you.
Yeah.
That
I was.
Were you twerking again?
No.
Wait, what?
He was shimmying. I was like, Rob, you need anything? He just did
It's
that.
more like just like a ditty shimmy,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I was like, and I literally said these words to him. I was like, you're not going to remember this, but I am.
And I said,
So he spoke in Morse code. through the
yes.
shimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My shimmying was Morse code. Yeah, Friday
What did he
after
get you?
work. I just got off work earlier than usual, so like I kind of have like a routine. On Friday night, I usually work afternoon, evenings. I get off, I bounce over to your spot, the idea is usually one or
If you
two.
get off before you go to his job, that's impressive.
Well, I mean, it's a. But yes, it's across the street. So I go over for one or two, I run into people, it turns into 4 or 5, etc., etc. However, this time I got off a lot earlier, so that routine just started earlier and added 4 or 5 hours with the pacing of the usual. And it just, things got a little wonky, but yeah. So I did that. I took Saturday off, which I never have Saturday off. I had some friends in town. We went to do brunch, and then we just kind of like continue to day
I
drink.
still gotta get in on this brunch thing.
It's
man. I be
pretty
hearing about it.
phenomenal,
I've
man.
worked them, but I've never been to one.
I mean, if you can get into like, I don't know, Bombs Mimosas, Bloody Marys, Bellinis, or anything like that, like.
I can't. I just want to be around for it.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
I just want to be able to say I have brunch.
Yeah, I mean, and there's just so many spots in Los Angeles that you can do so
My
at.
spot does
You do what?
day parties. We don't
Yeah.
do brunch, but we do day parties.
Yeah, day parties, phenomenal. We didn't go to a day party, but we went to some rooftop, I think, after brunch, and we just did that for a while, and got some
I
people.
love rooftop parties.
It's
Oh, you were off this Saturday.
I love it.
This past Saturday I was. This
You
Saturday
should kick my spot.
I may be off this Saturday because I think I'm going to a birthday party. But it's one of those parties, those day parties happen this Saturday. Maybe I should swing by.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I'll swing by.
My
But
ass will be at work.
oh, okay. Well, but yeah, I might take off. I'm gonna see about getting the Saturday number. Anyway, yeah. So I did that.
It's a night party.
Night party. Well, I'll hit you up. I'll see about that. But yeah, I think it's just summertime. So like friends are coming into town, and then they're just like, oh, I'm in LA because it's summertime finally. They want to go out and want to hang out. Huh?
Jesus Christ, it took forever to get here.
I know.
Now we got consistent 80-degree weather. Now, if the nighttime
Yeah.
could at least stay above 70.
I don't understand what's
It'd be
going
decent.
on at the nighttime.
Oh, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Wasn't
change
like
the
this last
clothes.
year, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Last year was-
I'm always
and the year
changing
before
clothes
that, it
3
wasn't
times
quite
a day.
like that.
Yeah.
It's like the daytime will be mid 80s.
Yeah.
And then an hour and a half later, it's like you need 2 jackets.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I left my house in short sleeves, and now you gotta have your arms tucked into your shirt on the way back. And, like, it doesn't make any sense. I
Yeah.
literally had that happen to me a couple weeks ago. I left the house. It was totally fine when I left the house. As I was walking to the bar I was going to, fucking got hit with the shivers and shit. And I was like, yo, I still gotta go home. I gotta go back.
It's gonna get colder. This is the beginning.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Not a fan.
Yeah. I think that was my weekends. The fourth, I didn't really do too much. I think I just worked and just chill.
Oh, yeah, you did work.
Yeah, there was a lot
I
of
remember you said
Yeah, I didn't.
Damn, that's fucking crazy that you guys were open on the 4th.
Canadians.
Ugh.
I even texted him.
Oh,
I think that might have
that's
something to do with
right.
it.
The what?
Canadians. They're a Canadian company.
Oh, they don't
Well,
believe
that's
it.
their first problem.
We love you, Canada.
Damn.
You right.
The American thing to do would have been to like annex the company and make it American to get the 4th off.
Annex. I haven't heard that word in a while.
I don't even know what it means. It's just one of those words you always hear.
Well, I learned about it from the.
I don't ask for a definition. If you say annex, I'm like, I assume you're using it. Right.
What do you remember Little Giants, the annexation of Puerto Rico?
I remember that being a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what it did.
Mm-hmm. Separate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that offend you?
No.
Okay, cool. I just
Yeah,
realized that.
same, you asked me, we're the same person. Just because they look like me over there too,
I'm
sir.
sorry. I didn't know.
Damn.
He was being quiet.
Oh.
I was being quiet. I was like, wait a minute.
When I was walking around, they were speaking plenty of Spanish to me. I was like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. I'm sorry.
He's got a bigger thing
Is
on
that
his,
cool
on,
with your people?
on his like his
Yeah,
tattoo's more of a
Yeah,
blatant
I
thing
went
than
higher
mine.
with my flag.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I just had something to prove.
Yeah, I feel it. It's like you gotta put your stamp down.
They didn't believe me. I was like, well, I'll prove it.
I'll
to
prove
you.
it. I'm gonna
Oh.
my whole arm. Yeah.
Yeah, they come in both colors.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That's quaint. Very quaint. That's really cool.
They do. That's not racist.
Oh,
Go to the island.
Puerto Ricans come in their own variety pack.
Variety pack. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the, you know, Crayola just kind of like up the ante and just put out
Yeah,
like.
some of them even have cornrows. Be
What?
careful.
Yeah.
Be careful around those,
That's
buddy.
increased though.
I had cornrows once in high school.
Every Puerto Rican has.
Yeah.
I like Puerto Rican.
For one reason or another. We gotta
Cornrow
try
face?
it.
Yeah.
I had a cornrow
That'll be
face.
the next meme.
I mean, shit, they put it in Spider-Verse. It's like, to signify he was evil, they gave him cornrows.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's like, this is the bad Miles.
Yeah.
He's not one of the good ones. You would not let him date your Gwen Stacy.
You got
You do
Miles.
a background check on this Miles Morales.
This Miles Morales, he has cornrows.
You got
Watch.
the Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, yes, sir. I'll have your daughter home by 8, and then the Prowler Miles was like, I'll bring her home when I feel like it.
Yeah.
You can't do shit about it.
She is home when she was with me.
She calls me daddy.
Yikes.
She calls me captain. Because her dad's captain.
Oh, right, yeah.
Get it?
There you go.
Whatever. Anyways, yeah, my weekend.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I had a fucking weekend. I want to talk about it, but I can't.
Why?
Why not? This is a safe space.
Where is
This
it?
is a safe space.
All safe.
But I don't know for how much
All
longer if I
spaces
talk
are
about
safe.
it.
Well, talk about it.
So Thursday
Quit
night.
being bitch, come on.
All right, I'm gonna say, keep a marker on this because you may have to cut this
I ain't
out.
cutting shit.
All right, then I'm not gonna say it.
What?
That's
Come
crazy.
on.
I'm scared.
What are you talking about?
Do you guys know the song by Tupac, "Gangsta Party"?
Yes.
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, we ain't talking about
Oh, so you do want to
that.
cut?
no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that.
Okay,
We're
okay.
not talking about
All right
that.
then. That's what I was trying to tell you.
No.
Wait.
I'll tell you off camera. We're not talking about
I'll
that.
tell you
Are there
off
like some
camera.
affiliations?
Not talking about that. Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Okay.
I'll tell you off camera.
No, this is not a podcast where we talk about street shit.
Nah,
Cool.
Nah.
No.
That's what I was trying to give
No
you the signals.
affiliations. No affiliates.
Yeah,
We
well,
are.
we had that whole other conversation earlier, and I wasn't sure if you were
Oh,
talking
no.
about what we talked about before we went live.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we can talk about that. But that other one, nah, fuck
No,
that.
we
Neither
are-
there, and neither were they.
We are full citizens here. We know nothing of the streets, the affiliations, the affiliates. We're just civilians.
So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were pretty much typical shit. It was slow. It's been slow. Like it kind of sucks, but it's been not slow. It's starting to pick up, but because it's finally getting warmer, a lot of things are happening in downtown.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
people like business, not businesses, but the people are sort of, what's the word?
Wanna be where the people are. Walking around, drinking and sipping. I can keep going if y'all
You gotta
want
like
Please
one.
don't.
You gotta like one. But yeah, there's so much to do, not enough people
Yeah.
in Los Angeles, which is fucking surprising.
Yeah.
Because our events that usually are popping were a little light. So, with that being said, you can kind of recognize, which is cool because there's some people that I saw that I haven't seen. They were like, "Oh, hey, I remember you." I'm like, "Hey, I remember you." So that was cool
Yeah.
because there was not that many people and not that big a crowd. Still a decent crowd. Whatever. I'm rambling. However, because there weren't as many people as usually are at these parties, some are more recognizable than others. I don't know if you remember, but a couple months ago, I was talking about a guy who ran up a almost $500 tab,
Okay.
and we had to basically take his debit card and license away from him. You remember that? I was talking about
Okay.
yeah, like had to have security here, and he was just trying to like, oh, it's not going through, this and
Oh,
that.
right. Yeah.
That motherfucker came back.
They always come back.
Nice.
Not even 90 days later.
What the fuck?
He was short 7 days from being 90 days.
My word.
First of all,
He was also short $7.
he was also short $435.
Jeez.
Gosh.
So he comes back, right?
Mm.
The way these events have played out. All right, so we're working the day party, school starting to pop off and this and that.
Yeah.
And mind you, this dude is tall, maybe slightly taller than you, so he already sticks out. A. 2, he's wearing all white.
Is it an all-white party?
No.
Okay.
So he's this tall dude wearing all white.
Was it linen?
I didn't get that close to it.
Yeah. You didn't touch the hem of his garment?
I did
Brother,
not.
is this suede?
It's like I'm getting very Steve
Nah,
Harvey
it's silk.
vibes. Oh, okay.
No. Definitely not a no. Mm-mm. All right. So right, he walks up with his boy, and just right away, I'm like, I look at him because he's tall as shit. I'm like, thinking to myself, this guy looks familiar. And he looked at me, and I kind of looked away. And that's when I.
Oh, he kind of punked you, bro.
No, he looked away.
Nah, I don't think he got punked with that.
No.
He's like,
I
this
looked at him.
Recognizes me.
Yeah.
And he looked away.
What
Oh,
I
he
did
looked
last
away.
time
Okay,
isn't
gotcha.
gonna
Yeah,
work.
gotcha.
You know?
And in my mind, I immediately thought like, oh, no way that's you. No way that's you. So whatever, they ordered a drink. And I see him give his boy his card to pay for it. So his boy gives me his card. And I pretend to run it or whatever. And I just run to the back where we have all of our left IDs, whatever this and that. And I grab his and I'm like, look at the name. I'm not going to say the name. I'm like, And then I talk to the owner. I'm like, hey, I think this guy is back. I think that's him. He's like, is that the tall guy? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how sure are you? I'm like, right now I'm about 8. I'm like 50, 60% sure maybe.
Why? Did the name not match?
No. So I go back. It did.
Okay.
So I go back and I look at the ID still and I look at the name. I'm like, oh, it's him. And then I look at it. And he kind of walked away and turned his back. So I'm kind of still looking. He turns around. I look at the ID again and I'm look at him. And then immediately I was like, oh shit, it is him. So I tell the owner, I'm like, hey, it's him. He's like, I'll show you. I'm like, 99% sure it's him. I'm like, put my paycheck on it that it's him. That's how sure I
Oh
was.
wow.
That's confidence right there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he started to like he wouldn't come back to the bar.
Oh, yeah.
So I started making the drinks or whatever, and then I actually run it, whatever. It went through.
Okay.
It went through. He had money this time.
That time.
Wow.
This time he had money.
Yeah, but doesn't he still have the tab?
I get to that.
Okay. Yeah, just
I get to
for everyone out there. who
Yeah,
might
I get
not
to
have
that.
been here, Yeah.
I get to that. So I let the owner know so he could do his thing or whatever. So he start processing what he's gonna do. So I make the drinks, whatever, give it to them. And when he comes back, he's kind of just like avoiding eye contact. Like he's just like looking around, talking to his boy like this or whatever. Get to them, boom, have him sign it, and then like he gets his drink and takes off, and he goes to the wall and shit. And they come back for like a round of shots or whatever. So like he just gives his boy his card and he just walks off. Like he was avoiding the bar.
This is very
But by this time we were already locked in. We dialed him in. We were zeroed in. We were ready to
want
strike.
I want to reiterate for context for people who have never been to your job. It's not a large place.
It is yeah.
It's
not
very
a huge
small.
venue.
I can go
It's
from
small
one
staff,
side
too.
of your venue to the other and have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
As long as the music's
I can tell you, no, I'm saying, even with the music on, I can tell you what my order is before I come back to the bar.
Yeah.
And you'll know
Yeah.
exactly what I said just from me mouthing it out.
Yeah.
You know how close you gotta be to give a silent order?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The read
So,
someone's lips, yeah.
you got this tall ass motherfucker who can't hide in a normal room, and now you're in a shoebox.
Wearing
So I'm just
white
saying for
and
everyone else
standing
out
out.
there, just put it in that frame.
Standing out in all white.
Yeah.
And mind you, it was still daylight outside, so he was kind of glowing at this point.
Now he just looks like an angel.
Yeah, a broke angel.
Wow. Wow.
So, right, he's trying to
Broke
avoid the
angel.
bar.
The broke angel of debt.
Oh shit. Damn.
That's a good one.
Is that Michelangelo broke?
Oh
Or
shit.
is it Donatello, nobody, I got no money?
Oh shit.
Alright, I got, I won't say anything. Oh, fuck.
You alright? Regain your balance?
Yeah.
I almost fell. All right. So
And we're back.
he's avoiding the bar, but we already got him zeroed in. We got our plan of attack, and we grabbed the receipt that from the transaction where he still owed us money. Tell the owner, I'm like, yeah, this is him. Whatever, the card's going through, but yeah, that's absolutely him. So maybe 5-10 minutes go by. And they pull him to the side. They got our two big security guards standing next to him while the owner's talking to him right here. I can see everything. I can't hear it because the music's super loud, but I can see everything, and it's slow enough to where I can still watch what's going on, and still make a couple drinks, but still kind of pay attention. And from what I saw, the body language was that he either didn't want to pay, or it was something about like a bank thing, or you know how sometimes your cards will put holds on shit or whatever for transactions.
Yeah.
I see a lot of back and forth. I see him trying to talk to the security guard. The security guard just like laughing, like, hey man, whatever.
What are you expecting to do? I'm security.
And then the other security guard just kind of stepped in. He's like, hey man, whatever this is, either pay or get the fuck out. And he's trying to talk to the owner, and he's just trying to bullshit his way out.
Right.
So then they end up having to like escort him out, and he didn't get to finish his drink. He didn't get to finish his drink. So I grabbed it and threw it out.
Yeah.
Like, we'll just add that to the tab that you owe us. You paid for it, whatever.
Damn.
So
he's still in a hole.
I talked to the owner, and I got the lowdown on what happened. He said that what the dude was telling the owner was that he did pay it, what he owed us, but then when the owner said like, yeah, we don't have it yet, so what's going on? He's like, well, I mean, it shows right here that I paid it, whatever, this and that. The security guard saw what we did on his phone. Apparently, when he made the payment, he canceled it because he was using Apple Pay or something like that, or Cash App, and then immediately canceled the transaction on his side. So it would show like that he paid it, but that he was in the process of canceling. So he was trying to bullshit his way out and saying like, "Oh, I paid. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm paying you right here. Like, what's up, this and that." And the owner was telling him like, "Yeah, but on my side, it doesn't show I have payment from you. So you got to pay this or leave." And then the owner this is how cool the owner is. He's like, "You know what, man? Just pay half of it and we'll be good. We'll be square." And even then he was fighting that. Bro, he, one, allowed you back in his business. Two, was like, you know what? Give me half of that. Like a fucking collection agency and we'll be square. And you're still fighting that? How stupid of a motherfucker do you gotta be?
I wouldn't even say it's just stupid. It's that broke
mentality,
loser mentality of I'm gonna go out tonight and I'm gonna try to let everyone know that I got money and I'm him, I'm her, whatever, I'm them. Whatever it is you want to go by, you want to try to show out that you're that.
Yeah.
But your bank account don't match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like, dude, if you don't have that money, it's so much worse to cause a scene trying to show money you don't have, because you look so much less in people's eyes, because no one asked you to do that in the first place. No one asked you to be that person.
You're trying to show out. He definitely is a loser, because I started remembering the last time he was here, he was trying to holler at every possible girl that he could. Every single one. That's why his tab was so high, because he was buying everybody these fucking drinks. He did the same shit this time. Trying to talk to everybody and everything. And again, that mentality of trying to be that guy. So you show up wearing all white, you're like 6'5" or whatever, trying to stand out. And you come back to the place that you owe money to, and then the owner gives you an out by saying, yeah, just pay $200. And you're like, still trying to fight that? What the fuck is wrong with you? So they escorted him out, whatever. And then about 5 minutes later, they let him back in. He pays it. He pays the $200.
Of a half.
Yeah.
Jesus,
So
why was that so?
I mean, that's our owner's pretty cool, and he's just like, you know what, man, just if you want to pay it, pay it. And he let him back in. Me personally, I would have been like, all right, pay it, cool, you can come back, just not today. Come back another time. I mean, or just 86 and completely.
But it's also different when you're the business owner.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're at least trying to get some of that back.
Sure.
Right.
But at some point, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth letting this person back into your venue? Because
Yeah.
you know,
What kind of energy? is
if
that
you
set?
had to do this in the beginning, who's to say you're not gonna have to? Do
Oh,
it every time?
we all will not forget his face now. So the next time he does show up, it's like, oh,
payment
gotta
up
watch
front. You don't get the whole tab.
no, payment up front.
That's how it is with me. If you're
Yeah.
one of those people that your card's always declining, or there's always some kind of issue with your card, I'm sorry, you don't get the whole tab.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna get to the end of your transaction and now you want to go through this whole song and dance
Right.
because you're trying to save money and get one over on the business. That's between you and the business. Don't cost me money because every second I have to deal with you while you're doing all this, I could be taking care of someone else.
Right.
You know?
And of course, naturally, he didn't tip on any of the drinks he orders after that. Although he would still let his boy use his card, so his boy was sipping, which was
Good.
funny. So I guess they didn't relay that to each other. So
Yeah,
I thought that
well
was
deserved.
fucking hilarious. And on top of that too, everybody in the event in the establishment just saw you get pressed by security.
Yeah.
You want to stay there?
I'm not trying to say that.
You're the guy that just got pressed by security and escorted out. Where's the shame?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're tall as shit, and you're right there being taken aside. Obviously, you owe some money. Everybody can see that. You still want to be there. Of course, he continued to talk to every single girl he could, whatever this and that. And I saw, and to take this with a grain of salt, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But I saw some women that, personally, I don't find attractive, or am not attracted to. But he was just like, fuck it.
Well, I mean, if you're
He was
If you're
throwing
just
he was
broke,
throwing
you're just trying to,
he
like,
was
get
spin
that
game
whatever.
everywhere. Again, reiterate, my personal preference, not you can't opinion, whatever. I just
clean up on all three.
It's enjoyable watching you try to dig yourself back out.
It's like, clean up. Pussy lioness. Just say what you mean and mean what you say.
I will say though,
Yeah.
like listening to that story, it did remind me of something that happened.
if you want a business money, don't fucking go back to it. Don't be an idiot. Sorry. I had to end it on that note. Go ahead.
Fair. So this was something that happened last night.
Oh, shit.
I kind of alluded to it earlier today when I was telling you, like, yo, I gotta tell you what happened last night. So I'm not gonna say no names, even though I could because I do have their permission. I actually I'm feeling petty today.
Ooh.
I'm in a petty mood.
Petty wop over
Oh,
here.
man, yeah, I'm feeling very petty today.
I just call that a Monday.
Exactly. Now I get to know what it's like to be you, just not as pretty. I was talking to my manager, and the whole reason I went over there is because my bar back was like, "Yo, I'm ready to go home. Can you talk to this motherfucker and let him know that it's okay for me to go home?"
Yeah.
Just in the sense of like the other bartender was on break, and he's, yeah, it's slow enough. I know you can handle this.
Right.
Can you get me out of here? And I'm like, bet, dude, I got you. If I can get him to listen, I'll go talk to him. So I went over there for that particular conversation, and that's what I asked. Got my answer. As I'm walking away, I get called back over because he's talking to one of his old coworkers and their partner. I don't need to be a part of their conversation, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with me, but I get called back over, and the main person he was talking to was like, "Oh, did you used to work at such and such?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And they were like, "I worked with you for like 5 seconds." And I was like, 5 seconds? That's more like 5 weeks. Okay. So when did we work together? And I'm like trying to scroll this through my memory of who came in to work there as I was on my way out. And I was like, kind of remember you, cool. And they were like, yeah, this and that. So I was like, yeah, I do kind of remember you. We didn't get to interact much because I was a bartender and they were a server. And I was like, well, how long did you stay after I left? They were like, about 4 or 5 months. And that's all I could deal with.
Oh, wow.
Like I could only stay there for about 4 or 5 months. And I was like, man, you made it longer than I thought you would because they seemed like good people. And
Yeah.
just the vibe around that place, especially with who was taking over as the GM, just wasn't a good vibe. You know what I mean? And the next thing that they said, they were like, "Yo, fuck that place, and fuck such and such, cause they're a fucking loser." And I was like,
wow.
Ooh, man, just to throw out the L word like that.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it, like what they were saying was that, like, no, they're a loser mentally. Because, yeah, you might have elevated yourself to be at this station to be in charge or this and that. But look at who you stepped on to get there. Look at who you fucked over to get there. Now, this person is in a much better situation and doing much better than you are. But because you only had it in your mind that, you know, well, I just need to take over. Or I just need to do this.
I can't wait for you to tell me names when you're after.
Oh boy, you're gonna like it. And I was just like, yeah. Like, me and my brother, we still talk to several people from that place and this and that. And I was like, that person fucked my brother over. And at that point, I'm pretty much done with you. Because it shows me who you are.
Yeah.
Which, as they had said, loser. You're doing well financially, but who's really your friend?
Yeah.
And it made me remember that there were times where they would say, "Oh, I just saw such and such. I haven't saw them in 10, 15 years." And I'm like, but they were at the end of their dinner. That means they already saw you several times, and you had to go speak to them, buddy. If they really enjoyed you and your presence, and they saw that you were in a management position at a place that they were eating at,
they would come say what's up.
Oh man, they don't try to talk to you, but instead they're like, hopefully this motherfucker doesn't see me.
Right.
And it just made me feel so good to hear that about someone else who has made it their business to just step on other people to get as far as they could. But when you're stepping on people, you can only go so high on the ladder, because eventually someone who doesn't have to step on anyone else is going to get higher than you.
Yeah, because
I just want you to know that, and know that we know that.
Yeah, you out there. You mystery person. You.
Yeah, well, I know they watch.
Oh, well.
We know you watch.
I guess.
I hope you're enjoying the show. I really do. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow. I feel like it's like ether.
I'm not
like
usually.
You really trying to just burn in this motherfucker's chest.
I'm not usually the hater, petty person, but today is my day.
Okay.
Today is my day. Because my main thing that I felt about that person in the small amount of time that I got to work with them was they seem like good people.
Mm-hmm.
So to hear that they had that same assessment of someone where they're like, I can't work here when someone like that is in charge. But then their connection to me is, you know, someone else that shoots it straight, seems to be good people, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, that's like family to me. And I'm like, oh, I can see why.
Right.
That's what my circle is. You know, my circle is I keep people around me who want to see me do well, and they want to do just as well, not I need to be doing better than you.
Right.
You know, just remember.
Can't stand when somebody's better than me in my circle. I gotta be top dog. I gotta be.
Man.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking sad.
That's
It's
sad
so
shit.
sad. Because
That's being a hater to like actual hater. That's like an actual hater. The shit I say, I just talk shit. But that's being like you actually, you are actually, you were really a hater.
Like in your soul of souls.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
it's a dark place to sit in.
It sucks.
Well,
That's
especially
sad.
if you work in hospitality where you're constantly interacting with people, and I feel like none of your connections are genuine or long lasting, and are always fading away because you're just seen as the person that's just trying to get one up on people. And like, I just feel like the service industry is a type of place where like you have your best customers, your best like kind of your best knowledge of where you want to go next and work is from connections and connecting with people and having good vibes with people, and you know, building a family, a network, and all that. And you can't do that if all anybody kind of like smells off of you is just you just reek of just like blind ambition and just like willing to fuck any and everybody over to get your next check or next promotion or whatever.
Exactly. And you can't think that that's not going to come back on you at some point.
Yeah.
Because after a while, you kind of max out how high you can go with that mentality.
Of course.
You really do.
Yeah, I mean, but karma is a bitch. I mean, it comes to all people. I mean, even people that don't tip sometimes.
I'm not telling that story. All I'll say is, take care
while
of
you
your shit.
think about whether or not you want to tell that story, there is one thing I wanted to say, just to bookend that. When it comes to being a good manager, being a good coworker, and being a good person, when you do it for the right reasons, that's when people gravitate to you more, and they want to be around you more, and they want to take care of you more, because you're not just being performative. You're saying, I'm doing the right thing because it's the right thing. I'm being considerate and hospitable and all those things because it's the right thing to do. And you can smell it on someone or feel it on someone when they're doing it because they're just trying to get ahead and they're just trying to use whoever. And I just always, I think of it in a tipping aspect the same way I think of it in a management aspect or anything else. When I have a negative feeling about someone because either they don't tip or they're manipulative or they're using people or whatever, I also think of them like, well, what are they like in their regular life? And everything that they do, it means that they're always trying to get over on you. And then I think, like, that motherfucker must be like a selfish lover, right? They gotta be. Like, who do you want giving you head? The person who's doing it because they think that they're supposed to do it, or because you want them to do it, or do you want the motherfucker giving you head because it's for them? Those are the real good people. I want you to do it for you, not for me. Because I'm doing it for me. I'm being a good person for me. I'm not being a good person because I want to be rewarded for it. I'm being a good person because I just want to, I want to go to sleep tonight and be like, I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't harm anyone. I didn't manipulate anyone. I do the same thing when it comes to fucking. I'm doing this for me, not for you. So when it comes to, who's a good person, think about whether or not, or think about the type of head they give you. Are they giving you head for you, or are they giving you head for them? And you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference.
Ring the fucking bell.
All right, I'll take that.
Fuck.
You ever had a motherfucker that's giving you head and you're just like, oh, I have nothing to do with this. This is just you.
Yeah.
Just let me know when I'll let you know when you're finished, actually. And then you have the motherfucker that's like doing it and it's just like, all right, well, I'm supposed to, or you did it for me.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just like, I don't even want you to do
This is
it now.
reciprocal.
Yeah, come on, man. You're supposed to be enjoying this.
Yeah, this is your time to shine.
Exactly.
Get out there and make something of yourself.
And make something of somebody else.
Yeah.
So, I told you guys already. I watched somebody steal somebody else's credit card.
Wait, you did what?
What? Makes me want to clutch my pearls.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna summarize it. Basically, I made a cocktail for somebody.
What kind of cocktail?
Hennessy sidecar.
Ooh. I bet you I know what this person looks like.
It was $25. Gave them their card. Gave them their card. Whatever.
No,
And they signed the bill.
Asian people, when they drink Hennessy, they do it straight with a side of Coke.
Yep.
Not sidecars.
Yep.
Yeah,
They don't want to.
I know.
they do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Take it however you want, but
That's
is
not a
very
bad
true.
thing. They know exactly what the fuck
Yeah.
they want.
Because
dude.
this-
I love that
This
shit.
past weekend, I had some Asian dudes order Hennessy, and it was neat with a side of Coke.
Yeah.
Because they like the taste
Oh,
of
shit.
cognac.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
There's
Yes. There's a mic on. Go for it.
There's a
Asian
line.
people like the taste of alcohol. And I say that because I've never had more people make me feel like a bitch when making their cocktail.
for sure.
than Asian people are like, I can't taste alcohol in this. And I'm like, that was the point. And they're like, no, it is not.
Yeah.
I need to put it in a straw, put it somewhere, put it on the side, put it in my mouth. I don't care. I need to taste alcohol with this cocktail. And I'm like, I put 2 ounces in there.
Yeah.
And like our vodka's 90 proof. And this little itty bitty woman told me like, I can't taste alcohol in this, so you need to put more.
You ever seen that?
Bruh,
Like,
I'm
I don't
sorry.
want to be responsible for what happens.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last week we had this one table that came in, and it was like 8 Japanese people, and they wouldn't finish their round before they ordered another one. And then my coworkers were like, "Well, can you finish this one before you order?" And I was like, "No, don't worry about what they finish. They're handling their alcohol, right?
Yeah.
They once it gets to a point where it doesn't taste as good as it was when they got it, I need a new one.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, a lot of times it doesn't get to the end.
Yeah, I mean, I would appreciate it if you finish it first, if you can. But they also, they didn't walk out like falling all over the place.
Yeah.
They knew exactly how much they could handle. When the cocktail got to a point where it's not enjoyable anymore,
Yeah.
give me another one. Same thing. But you haven't finished. I didn't talk about what I finished.
Right. I already
So
paid for
give me
it.
another one.
As long as I paid for it,
All
it's
right, cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Asian
Sorry,
people also
sorry.
have really dope drinking games too.
Asian people just have dope games.
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah, that's an Asian company.
That's all I got.
Just don't play games with them. They'll take all your money. It's fucking
yeah.
real. Oh, it is real in those Asian households, man. I've went to a Christmas where it was like Cambodian, Filipino.
Is that the one where you lost a
Korean.
rap battle?
Yeah. I shouldn't have been in it. I was so fucked up and broke. Why was I in the rap battle? I'd already lost everything.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Good lord.
So yeah, I saw this dude take another dude's credit card, and
He made him a cocktail, a Hennessy sidecar.
yeah. So I gave him the thing, whatever. He signed it, and somehow his card ended up under the fucking tray.
Check was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I grabbed that, looked at him like a zero, I'm like motherfucker, whatever. Put it back. I saw his card was there, but he's already walking away. Mind you, our place plays loud music. So even if I shout it to him, he's not gonna hear me.
Of course not.
And I'm not gonna go fucking chase him.
Of course not.
Because one, I have other people to serve. Two, you just left zero. That's a tip. And I looked at it.
The petty is rising.
I looked at him. I looked at the card. Looked at him. I just shrugged. I leaned back against the bar and waited for the next person, which came almost immediately. And I serviced him. And
Huh?
You're taking a very long pause after saying I serviced him. And
Yeah,
it's
I
making
was
me
very concerned
uncomfortable.
about it. Yeah.
It's making me very uncomfortable. I was like,
I mean,
you're
by all
gonna
means.
move on.
So,
quickly.
okay, yeah.
If you're
So-
that great of a bartender, by all means, live your best life.
next dude
But-
came up, made his drink, whatever, he paid this and that, and I watched him steal this dude's card.
Ooh.
Wait,
It's like-
did either of you acknowledge the card there previous? Prior?
Yes. Because I saw it still there, and then he came up, and I'm like, that's not your card, right? Obviously, I knew that, but, I was kind of doing this whole thing where it's like, if this card disappears, I know it's not yours.
Right.
So, whatever. And then as I hand him the fucking
Check was in
the
it.
check, yeah, I see him put like his wallet up there too. So he grabs it and then goes to sign it. And then as he's grabbing his card, he's got his wallet on top of the other card. He's pulling it back like this, grabs it, and then puts it in his wallet, and puts it in his pocket, and walks off. And I was just like, damn. And I saw that go down, and I wanted to feel bad, but I couldn't. Because this guy ordered
feel anything.
I want to feel anything.
this guy ordered a sidecar and didn't tip. And that's not my fault for you forgetting your shit. Be a responsible adult. Keep track of your shit. Should I have grabbed the card and put it in our like lost and found cards?
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
should you, but could you have?
Could I have? Yes.
Yes.
Did I want to? No. Why? Because it was a very demoralizing feeling after making a wonderful sidecar and not being shown the appropriate appreciation. Shit, at least $1 would have been nice. And I looked at it like, you know what, man, I could. But as my coworker said, it's like, well, I just cashed in some karma points. It's fine. I've done enough good.
Yeah.
I'm owed that. Now,
I will say also that
is that
for a
fucked
lot
up?
of people,
Yeah. Do I give a shit? No.
I'm not saying it's fucked
I'm an
up.
adult.
I'm not saying it's fucked up. I'm saying that when it comes to people complaining about people in the service industry saying like, oh, I don't get tipped or this and that. So, do you call a plumber to come over to just look at your pipes or fix the problem? Or, you know, like I said, I was sick last week. The first place I went to, they charged me just to see me. And then the other place charged me to take care of me. Which charge do you think I'm upset about? I'm upset about the one where it's like I paid a couple $100 and got
Yeah, you're
nothing.
sick, dude. You should go to the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is like when you go to a bar or a restaurant, whatever, and you order a shot, you're paying for just a shot. Just that shot. Even if it's just a beer, you're paying for just that beer. Once you get to a point where you're asking the person who is serving you to do extra steps, you're asking for extra. That's where the tip comes in.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, if you're asking me to make you an actual cocktail that takes several steps, I'm not saying you need to pay me for every step. But even if it's $1, you feel more gratified in the sense of like, okay, this person is at least acknowledging that they didn't ask me to pour just a shot.
Right.
Like if someone asks for just a shot and I pour just a shot and they don't tip me, I'm not gonna feel upset about that.
But that's your job. You're a bartender. You're supposed to make cocktails. What do you
Right,
mean?
right, exactly. So do you want that place to charge you for every cocktail I make? Because they can, and then you won't come in there anymore because it's gonna cost too much.
Also, it's not our responsibility to collect your things if you forget about them. I mean, if there's shit left over at the end of the night where we're cleaning, it's like, oh, okay, lost and found. Throw it in there. Somebody
Yeah.
brings it up to us, yeah, we'll hold on to it. But if you leave your shit on the bar, it's not in our job description, like, make sure you collect any lost items. That's not...
If you leave shit anywhere, fuck just the bar.
Yeah.
The amount of people who come up to me and been like, has someone turned in a cell phone? I'm like, is that a cocktail? Ask me about cocktails. Don't ask me about cell phones.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here
We're
to
not
keep track
fucking
of your
detectives.
phone. You left your phone. You left your purse. You left your wallet. You left whatever it is you left. It doesn't mean that it now becomes my responsibility to
No.
find that for you.
And if somebody else takes it, again, that's not my fucking problem.
Right.
Not my fault.
If your card's that important,
However, if you
should
would have
remember
left the tip, I may have been more inclined to recover your stuff and
You
hold
just
on to it.
negated everything you just said. But okay.
Hmm?
I said you just negated it. It's not my fault. However, I would have made it my job to
Yeah.
actually take care of your card had you tipped me.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
did
that's
it.
more so me.
So
I'm not negating
now
it.
it's not my fault.
This is a personal thing.
Yeah.
This is just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, no,
Personally. Might I have? Yeah, absolutely. Like, oh, shit.
perhaps.
Perhaps. Absolutely. But because you not tipping after ordering an expensive cocktail, it's just like that speaks so much about your character. So clearly you're probably a douchebag. And my coworker may have said I turned in some karma points, but maybe I'm just your karma for not holding on to your card until you came back. Now, for the audience, I will say if that person did come back, try to pay with that card, I would have called them out on it because that is fucked up. Was not gonna like I blatantly saw this guy take this card. I know that's not your card. We established that wasn't your card. Now, if you try to come back and do that, I would have been like, dude, that's not your card.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go that far. That's really fucked up if I would have let that
Yeah,
happen.
you can't use that card in front of me, but because the person who the card belongs to kind of shit on me is like, and left their card, sucks to suck.
Right.
I mean,
It's out of sight, out of mind.
yeah, I'm
Well,
not
it
gonna
was in your
vouch for
sight
you.
and in
No,
your mind,
it
but
wasn't
it's
because
not.
the sunlight was coming through the window, so I
Oh.
couldn't really see anyways.
Oh,
You know, this is all based off the assumption of what I thought I saw.
you kind of just pieced together the vision of the card. being
Yeah,
there.
well, the sun was pretty bright.
before
It
and
was
after.
a day party, so the sun was.
Just like,
And our service well is in the window, and the sun comes right through it. So I thought that's what I saw happen. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't his card. I don't fucking know. Sun was in
It
my
was like
eyes.
the Krillin solar flare.
Basically,
So I will say that
plausible deniability.
there is one overarching thing that I'm thinking about listening to this is for the people who do feel upset that it's like, oh, you could have done this and you could have done that. It's like, yeah, people could and should do things every day.
Such
Like
as
that.
tip.
So we've gone full circle.
I wanted to make sure we got there.
One hand washes the other. I'm not saying by tipping you're ensuring that we'll take care of your shit. That's not what we're saying. It's more of like a social contract.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And I've already done a service for you. I went above and beyond for you. You didn't even give me the bare minimum. You gave me less than the bare minimum. But you now want me to go even further for you to track down your card that you didn't even find important enough to take. Think about that for a second. You left your card. If your card is that important, why would you ever leave it in the book?
Exactly. Be a fucking adult. It's not hard. Keep track of your shit. I keep my shit with me at all times. Whenever I get the billfold, my card is the first thing I grab and I put it in my wallet before I ever sign the check. First thing, every single time.
If you didn't remember your card, you're not gonna go back to the venue and be like, "Why don't you have my card?" You're gonna be like, "Fuck, I left it." So if it's not there,
Yeah, it's your gamble. It's your own gamble.
Whatever happened, happened. You left it there.
Be responsible.
Yeah.
Be an adult.
Be a fucking adult.
Yeah. Speaking of being an adult,
Yes.
what the fuck is going on with this summer?
Oh.
As far as everything being as slow as it is.
Yeah, it's been very consistently
People
slow.
are adulting a little bit too hard. I need some more immature people because I need some money.
Well,
we're all the people who can go out before they pay their rent. Where y'all at?
Yeah, because we talked about, I think, some bars and restaurants being like sports oriented, but this is definitely feeling beyond that. Because now it's summertime, we're seeing the 80s in Los Angeles at least, and yeah, like the rooftop situation I went to on Saturday, it was pretty slow there too. Like it just wasn't that popping. And I was just like, yo, this is it was sunny as hell. We were just indoors and I was like, what is going on?
We need like Meg Thee Stallion or one of them to drop another like hot girl summer type song.
Yo, I have not seen that this year.
That's what we need.
This is Meg's fault.
Yeah.
Or
and all them.
Or Drake or somebody.
Nah, it's got to be one of the female rappers. They got to drop something that's like, we're outside with this song.
Yeah.
That's what we need because that's what's gonna bring the guys out to pay for all this shit too.
Yeah.
That's what we really need is one of those songs that's like, hot girl,
You're
single
right.
girl,
I've
this and
not
that.
heard a summer anthem this year.
No.
So I know there's been, up until maybe this Uzi album that just dropped, but like this is the first year since like 2008 that no rap album has gone number one, or no rap album or single has gone number one for the Billboard charts. If people care about that type of stuff, but that speaks to that there hasn't been like a hot song this summer. Really.
There's not like a hot girl song.
It's weird.
Like that.
Yeah.
Somebody.
So we need Meg, Nicki, Doja, one of them to drop something.
Yeah.
Somebody. Nah, Doja's going too much against the grain right now. She's making music for herself, and I fucking support the fuck out of that. Like, she's like, I gave y'all enough anthems. Like, now I'm making music for people like me.
SZA dropped some sad girl shit, so that's not happening to anybody else.
Not during the summer. It's not time for sadness.
No.
It's time for sundresses.
Yeah.
I need some sundress anthems, man.
Somebody that's gonna bring the girls outside so the guys come out and pay for their drinks.
Yeah, this hasn't really been like a song like that.
I think that's what it is.
In LA, we're also dealing with like the writer's strike, which I think is affecting because we are a town that's moving on the movie business. And I just read today that it was supposed to happen at the end of June. They extended it a little bit, but I think actors, members of SAG-AFTRA, are probably going to strike as well. Like today, they
After what?
You almost got me.
Sorry.
They sent a text, not a text, but like
they sent the text to all the actors. You
sent,
got one? Like, hey guys, you in a group chat with Ryan Gosling and everybody else?
No, all right, guys, when are we going back to work?
They sent. They actually had some type of group phone call or I don't know, some type of conference with all the publicists of like Hollywood to basically let them know the protocol of what to do if and when we do actually enact the SAG-AFTRA strike. So that going on in addition to the writer's strike. Writer's strike's been going on, I think we're at 60-something days. And then that's also just been shutting down all kinds of productions. And so a lot of people don't know when their next form of income is going to come in. And so I think that might have people like back in the day on the
feel
action
bad
side.
more so for the. I feel bad more for the up and coming actors that
Yeah.
kind of made this their. This is just to pay my bills.
Yeah.
The ones that are millionaires, whatever, you guys be alright.
That'd be alright.
The actors
yeah.
that kind of live off it because of like residuals or commercials or doing this and that. I feel bad for them because it's like, damn, I quit my other jobs because I was making enough money to pay my bills and then some. So I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Well, that's overarching what the whole fight is for, right? Because it's like, I mean, the contracts with like actors and writers for like Netflix is, I mean, it's only a little bit better than what you would get for like a YouTube series, because that's pretty much the last time they updated like the contracts for like new media stuff. And so the idea is like, shit, like you guys are making billions of dollars on like streaming services. They haven't really updated it since like I guess like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and so
Yeah,
it's
when
like,
did fuck it strike? Stop making enough shit for them easy.
yeah, because I mean, you're not gonna
Greed
get rid
is
of
such a powerful thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this.
Ultimate power.
Sorry. I was watching this documentary yesterday, and it was based on this show. It was based on American Gladiators. I might as well just say it, which is fucking amazing. Like hearing those stories. But one of the things that really stood out to me was it all fell apart from what I could see, or at least from how they framed it, from greed. Because the company that was in charge of it, the company that was making the most money from it, they were like, well, it's an expensive show to make. Like, you're not factoring in how expensive the show is to make. No, you're not factoring in how expensive the show is to make. If the show is expensive, but it's one of the best shows out there, and people love it, and people are pumping money into it, then that means you don't get as big of a piece of the pie when the pie is so large.
Yeah.
But in their mind, they're like, no, I will accept no less than this amount of pie. So now nobody gets by.
Right.
You know? Like, that's so dumb to me.
Yeah.
That's so dumb to me. So hearing this now, 20, 30 years later, where, okay, streaming services seem like a crazy idea 15, 20 years ago because, everyone was conditioned for cable.
Yep.
But then everyone moves to streaming service because you can binge a show or several shows in a couple of weeks, whatever. It's part of our life, and cord cutting. But no one thought about the people who were making these shows.
Yeah.
And of course, the people in charge of getting the most amount of money from it was like, please don't think about them.
Yeah.
We're gonna make as much as we can in the meantime. So what? How much do you need?
Yeah, because you
While
guys are
the
good.
people working for you and making you the money you're struggling. How much do you need?
And
Paycheck
they
to
need
paycheck,
enough
job to
to
job.
buy another yacht or whatever the fuck it is that they're.
Yeah.
They need more. Greed
Why?
is disgusting.
For what?
That,
So you can sit around and be bored and jump in a submarine?
Touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
Oh, I need as much money as possible so I can go kill myself in the grandest way possible.
Yeah.
And have everyone feel sympathetic for me while I'm rich. Great. Makes plenty of sense while all the people working for you are struggling to get by.
Yeah.
And now that company is probably going to falter, how many other people are going to be going out there looking for fucking jobs?
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody else had an ego. Yeah, that's right. We said what the fuck we want on this podcast.
So in
Fuck you, Joe Rogan. I don't know. Well, she's kind of like.
That's going to trigger someone for the wrong reason.
Oh yeah, no.
I got no problem with Joe.
I have no problem with Joe either. I just feel like he's like the kind of I can say whatever I want because which I think is dope.
Yeah, that's what I like about
I know, me too. But like,
Dude,
don't take our
Joe
shit.
Rogan is apex white man.
Yeah.
That's why they love him so much.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like he's the white male they want to be, and he's short.
Yeah.
Like on some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think I might be taller than this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Or we're around the same height.
Yeah.
But he does not carry short man energy. He's
No.
just a dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like some of the shit he says is funny, some of it is fucking offensive. I'd love to hang out with him at a cookout.
Oh no, I have nothing against Joe Rogan.
Like
He
that
just is
kind
kind
of
of like the pinnacle of like I can say whatever I want, and some people love it, some people don't.
Yeah.
I get paid millions of dollars, and so I
Right.
just like.
Well, I'm just saying for the people who like take it too far on that.
Oh.
Like, oh my god, you can't come to Joe Rogan. We're not.
We're not. I don't.
The problem is you love him a little bit too much, and he
Yeah.
says that. It's like, calm down, guys. You're like, I will never calm down for these shows. Like,
Be my father, please.
oh my
Dude.
God.
Oh wow.
Oh,
A lot of his audience has major daddy issues.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, he's addressing it's like, dude, you guys need to chill the fuck out. I'm just a guy speaking my opinion.
Yeah.
Bro, the first
He's
time
told his people like, dude, don't take anything I say seriously. This is just for pure like entertainment, opinion, whatever it is. Like, don't take what I say seriously.
Exactly.
But his followers are like, that's not what you mean. No, that's not what he meant. No, that's not what he meant. That's not what
I
he
knew
meant.
what he was really saying.
Yeah.
So he said it in 34 words, and as we all know, 34 words.
my
Mean,
God.
like what the fuck?
So to bring it back a little bit, in relation to like the writers' strike, there's also been a strike for the hotel workers too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you read about what's going on?
I have not read.
Basically, it's that classic tale of like, we're gonna make you do more work but not pay you for it, and the hotel workers are like, no, hire more people or pay me more, and their hotel was like, no. So then they were like, all right, bet. Bye.
That's so crazy. But again,
Yeah.
greed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, when
And
the-
fully support it. It's fucking strike.
Yeah.
Let
When-
these hotels know that they gotta stop getting, because, bro, have you seen hotel prices?
Oh yeah, that shit.
They're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I mean, Airbnb is no better by any means. Airbnb is finally on the decline.
Yeah.
Thank God. That's what you fucking get. And hotels are gonna be on the rise again, but hotels are still pretty expensive. It doesn't make any sense why they're so fucking expensive. It
Well,
does, but it doesn't.
It's-
But it doesn't make sense for them not to pay their workers appropriately
Of
for being this
course.
expensive.
Yeah.
You guys are charging fucking $300 something for 2 nights, but you're not gonna pay your
Box.
employees.
Shit, they're paying $300 a night.
At night, yeah.
Fuck.
Because it's also like everything just goes by location. So literally, like a hotel here in Los Angeles could be a fucking shoebox compared to a deluxe suite out in somewhere in the valley of the Inland Empire.
Bro, a
And it's
hotel in
just, like,
Kansas
way
probably
more
still costs the
expensive here.
same.
Oh yeah,
Depending on where you are.
yeah, yeah.
I've stayed in Kansas. Some of them are not $300. I can tell you that.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does all track back to greed. You think about what
Yeah.
happened 3 years ago and how things changed after that. How many people were furloughed or lost their jobs when all this shit went
What
down?
happened 3 years ago? I just went on vacation.
Oh, so there's this thing.
Okay.
I'll tell you all about it off camera.
Okay.
But
You mean dead ass?
I just went on vacation for a couple months. I don't know.
So
All right,
with
Jared,
all of
though.
that happening, all these people lost their jobs, right?
Yeah.
They run with skeleton crews. Well, they let the skeleton crew run those jobs during those times, and they realized profit off of it.
Mhm.
Oh, we can make this amount of money by still charging this amount, but only hiring this amount of people.
Yeah.
Well, once everything opened back up and people started going back out, well, it's like, oh, we need more people, and they're like, nah.
Do we though?
Nah, we don't need more people. We just need you to divvy out the work that much more.
Now you got the housekeepers making the continental breakfast and shit.
Bro, for real. It's insane the amount of things that people who work at hotels have to go through and have to do. And no one even pays attention to them because they think they don't speak English.
And I mean,
It's
like-
like if you're hanging out with them during their break, they have a whole conversation with you and let you know everything they're going through. But you think like, oh, it must be all immigrants and this and that. And it's like, no, because to work at a hotel, you have to have papers.
Right.
Yeah. So
But the other thing is like,
they're
there's
here legally, right?
I
They're still American, right?
they agree to have to do probably more work because there's a fucking line of people that will take their job.
They didn't agree to shit. I'm talking about the people who were already working there.
Yeah.
They were the ones who were allowed to keep their jobs.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So for them, they're like, oh yeah, I'm thankful to have my job 3 years ago.
Right.
But when the workload went up,
Right.
that place didn't take care of their people.
Right. What I'm saying is like the pressure to just accept that workload
Right.
because you know there's a line of people that are willing to step in and probably do that job, or that's at least the
Well,
impression.
that's
that
what
they
that's
get.
what they threaten you with.
Yeah,
the
I know
thing
what
is,
you're saying.
there's not a lot of people
Right.
because when you do try to hire like 5 people when you're supposed to hire 15,
Mhm.
the 5 people who are come in and they're like, I'm not working for that.
Yeah.
And that's what one of the main disconnects is
Mhm.
they got the people who are like, well, thank you for letting me keep my job during all of this happening.
And it's like,
can you hire 15 people?
Yeah.
Well, they're only willing to hire 5.
Right.
Because that doesn't hurt their bottom line. But those 5 people don't want to work there. Or they barely get through training because they're like, you have to do this?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll go back to unemployment.
Right.
Well, that's not their fault. It's the
Yeah.
employer's fault. Because the employer wants to keep putting all the money into their own pockets.
Right.
So they can keep buying their yachts and everything like
You know what's
that.
crazy is during the lockdown and shit, hotels were one of the first businesses to suffer heavily.
Mhm.
I have a friend whose girlfriend worked for a hotel. She did like, I forgot what exactly she did, but she told me like the only thing that was really sustaining them were sports. When the teams would come in and shit, and they would stay, or there were these things where like businesses or whatever had money behind them to pay for it. That was really the only thing that sustained them. So hotels were skating by based off of sporting events, whatever, this and that. So for hotels to come back and pull shit off like this, I want to say it's like a big slap in the face, and it's condescending in a way. I guess maybe that's the wrong word, but it's just
We'll
like
use that word.
it's like you're acting brand new. Like
Yeah.
you guys barely stood afloat. Now you're acting like
Wasn't
you're
I
shit.
essential 6 months ago?
Yeah.
I could have swore I was essential 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Now I'm excess, and anyone can just take my job.
Right.
But I was essential. You know, when no one else wanted to do this and whatever, like, oh, you needed me. But now it's like, fuck you, I'll get somebody else to do your job. No, you won't. Which is why this strike is fucking happening. And I fucking support the
This
fuck
person's not gonna come in and do all this fucking shit and
For
not get
what you're
paid.
paying.
For
Yeah.
what? Minimum wage? Fuck you.
You can
Fuck
make me do more work and pay me more, or you can hire more people so I don't have to work as hard.
Yeah.
And therefore, we're all making this amount of money.
That's what it
And
comes
I'm
down
not
to.
being run into the ground. And maybe if I do want to get a side hustle, I have enough energy and time to do that. But you will not run me into the ground and pay me less money.
Absolutely. That's what it comes down
There's no
to.
reason to do that.
For those
There's no
people that
reason to.
wonder why we complain so much about pay, it's like well, if you don't want to pay us more, that's fine. Hire somebody else to do this excess work. That's completely okay. Like you said, don't run us into the fucking ground.
Mhm.
Because the first job that I worked here, I was being overworked, and I didn't realize just how stressed out I was. I was buying like a bottle of alcohol almost 2 times a week from there because they would sell their employees at not the retail price, but like the distributor price. And it wasn't until like the owner of the place, he's like, you keep buying a lot, you okay? And I should have told him like, no man, you're working me into the ground. But I was like,
You're
yeah, what?
not
I didn't
right.
realize then that I was stressfully drinking. I just thought like, yeah, I just keep running out because I like having drinks while I'm streaming and this and that. But I was drinking in excess because of the stress.
It was a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I didn't realize it then. I look back and I'm like, holy fuck, dude, I was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
Then I look at how much I didn't pay for it a lot, but the amounts I was drinking, it's like, dude, I would finish almost a whole bottle while I was streaming on my days off because it was just like, dude, I had to go back into this bullshit for the next week. Yeah, they were running me into the ground, and it took me. For me, I look back at it then, it's like I should not have stayed there as long as I did, but I did because I like my coworkers. So it comes down to like your coworkers. So, but looking back at it, it's like, holy fuck, the workload they gave me was a lot.
And you know, if you leave, your coworkers' workload goes up, and that's what keeps you there. It's like if I leave, they
I got over that shit.
slack.
I got over that shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. You guys. That's what I told them too. I'm like, I'm leaving. You should leave too. Don't stay here. Don't let me leaving. I had my coworker then. She was crying when she found out that I was leaving, and she's like, "Why are you leaving? This and that." And I told her. I sat her down. I sat next to her. She was crying. I'm like, "Look at you. You're crying. You're upset. You're upset because I'm leaving.
You
You're
knew
gonna."
what this was.
Wait, this sounds like 12 years of slavery. What job was this?
It's the place you went to for your birthday.
Don't cry because they gave me free.
Yeah.
They'll give you free one day.
Like, this literally sounds like the end of 12 Years a Slave when Lupita just, like, passed out in the middle of the field because she saw Chiwetel going away on, like, the carriage. Like, with Brad Pitt, no less.
I've never seen
Who was your
the
Brad
film.
Pitt?
Damn, I've seen the scene.
I didn't see that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that film.
You ever seen
I'm
it?
not black enough.
Well,
I was told.
apparently.
I was told.
No, I think it's a good movie, but it's really traumatizing, and so I understand if people don't see it. But it's a really good movie.
Okay.
And
There's only once you get to like your mid and late 30s, there's only so much looking back at oppression that you can do.
no, yeah.
So I have to pick like my one or two things
A year. Yeah,
that I can
100%.
like
Same thing.
digest because I'm like I've been seeing it since I was a child.
Yeah,
And I also grew up in the South.
right.
So it's like I didn't just see it on TV.
Yeah,
I saw it outside.
yeah.
And I was just like, look, man, if y'all need reminders, that's fine.
It's cool.
But
I
I
really
lived
don't.
it. I lived the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was, you know, like Bane, you know. You merely adopted the dark. I was fucking born in it.
You're not gonna bane oppression
I
and
will.
slavery
I
right
will.
now.
Oh, I will bane oppression. We're all members of the League of Shadows.
Oh my god.
I'm
Because
not
we're
laughing.
dark, that's racist. That's fucked up. No. Yeah, around that time period where 12 Years a Slave came out, there was just like a slew of just like oppressive movies. And so like, I think I picked like one or two a year. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. Just visually, just a lot of great actors. But anyway, it sounds like you
Yeah.
were in
So,
some slavery.
I was.
Sorry. No?
I'm
Okay.
not saying it. I'm neither agreeing or denying.
A lot
I
of
love
slavery.
how
just
you
some
took the slavery ball and you just passed it to
Yeah.
him. Like, here, just take that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
You had
I'm gonna
some slavery in
I'm
your
gonna
life.
Skate,
I don't know.
I'm just gonna skate by that.
Okay.
So I was telling my coworker, like, you're crying, one, because I know you'll miss working with me because I'm fucking dope, and two, because you know the workload is gonna increase for you.
Because she has to pick more cotton now. That's crazy. You left them behind. You left them behind. And the quota stayed the same, with or without you.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
You're not gonna get me.
It's crazy.
Calmly got into the ocean and paddled out. It's like, have fun with that.
It just didn't look back. It just never looked back. And that's like, there's a scene where like literally you see him going away from the field and you just see her image in the background fade.
He
to,
literally
like,
made a raft out of cotton.
and,
Paddled away.
and she just like literally just silent tears and then she just passes out in the
Yeah.
field.
No,
and
she
then you
was-
just never look back.
Hey, it was a soft pass out though.
Because
She
of the
didn't bump her
cotton.
head. Yeah.
She was crying.
Uh,
No, she was crying because I was not even there for a year, but she was 12 years a bartender and still stuck there. I don't know how I could help it.
well, you guys, that's been our show. And it's been a pleasure. I
From
don't
now on,
Okay.
that's how you shoot.
That's what gets us canceled. That one right there.
Man.
Hey, we gotta be somebody to get canceled. I'd like to get canceled.
All right, I'll deal with that.
Oh,
fuck.
12 years a bartender.
Yeah.
Mm.
Me? I'm on year 6. What year
Sir?
are you on? Nope. All right. Cool. I thought we ended the show. What are we doing?
I don't know. I think I got one more thing. I mean, but yeah, to wrap that
Let
up.
the manager hear you talking like that.
Don't let him hear you. He's gonna give you overtime.
You ain't careful, he's gonna put you in the back of the house. That hurt. That hurt.
All right.
It needed to be said though.
Okay.
Ooh,
But yeah,
shit.
with
I
that,
need something for that.
that's where it was like the workload was too much because she knew, but that was. I can't even go back to that.
I was like, no, finish your story for sure.
I don't
Tell me
know.
how that story ends
I
at
don't
this
know, man.
point.
I just,
That all went off the rails so
It did.
quickly.
fuck, man. The last thing I got, I will, based off of the weekend that I had, this is the only thing that I feel like I took from that I can say, is, you ever notice how, like, really hood motherfuckers are just, everything about them is so not aggressive, but it's very much in your face, like very.
It's very assertive.
Yeah, assertive. Yeah. Like,
It's like Italian, but not
Just
cursive.
with left hand movements.
Yeah.
not cursive.
The
That's a
hand
good way to.
movements
Yes.
go like this.
Yeah.
Instead of like this.
Yeah. It's Italian, but
I can read Italian.
no, it's Italian in
I
Sans,
believe
in Comic Sans.
So, I was.
Yeah,
This-
this tea is excellent today.
This is a random time.
Okay.
I'm a random person. So there was this one night where, just chilling at the bar, whatever, sitting at the back bar like this. My bar back is chilling right here by the water. This dude, he comes up, and by his mannerisms, the way he spoke, you can tell he was kind of good. Just like the way he carried himself, it was very much like, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I'll beat everybody's ass in here. That kind of person.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody ask for water so aggressively. The way he came up was like, is he gonna fight my bar back? Or is he asking for water? I don't know. So this, let me show you what happened. Mind you, this is where the water is. My bar back's right there. So he's
Okay.
just chilling there. He's in front of the water, by the way.
The
he
bar
comes up
back
like-
is.
Yeah, the bar back, well, he's behind the water. Because here's the bar, he's right there, water's right here.
Okay.
This is how it's played out. Hey, bro, you got some water?
But you mean so the water?
Oh, he didn't even care. He just came up. He's like, "Hey, bro, you got some water?"
But like, what?
He pulled up his pants and asked for water.
Are you fighting? For
I'll fight the
I don't
water or I'll
know.
fight you.
I looked at it like, "Bro, why are you so mad?" First of all, the water's right there too. Why are you so upset?
Look,
Why?
man, hydration is key, and he wants you to know that his hydration is
I'm
paramount.
like, why are hood motherfuckers so aggressive about it? Like, bro, like you could just come up and be like, "Hey, man, you got some water?" Or what's right there. My bar back was even like, he's like, "All right, thanks, bro." He just walked off.
Wait,
I mean,
did he-
no, he filled it up.
Like, if he didn't get
Okay.
the water, now
No.
we've got another fucking problem.
Does it work for Ocean? Like, you gotta be supplying some water.
What are we talking
You
about
gotta be
right
supplying some
now?
water.
Jesus Cristo. Wow. Okay, so he did get the water.
Yeah.
If he just walked off, it's like, thanks.
Yeah, I was just checking, cuz.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, if it ever
Oh,
happens
yeah.
in your places, but it does happen in my place where
For sure.
people of a different background or a different upbringing, just they're very assertive with how they address things. It's just like, bro, why were you so upset? Or
Yeah.
why are you so mad? Like, you could just say,
Very,
"Man,
very
what's-
aggressive
you guys got
over
water around
hydration.
here? Oh, it's right there in front of your fucking face if you open your fucking
I'm not
eyes."
saying that to him like that.
But like, he didn't even bother. No, fuck off.
Okay.
I'm chilling, man. I mean, I'll also
Carry
throw a
on.
bottle, but
Nope.
you know, whatever. You don't want to try to fight the bartender when there's many things at our disposal.
Yeah, that's
Whatever.
that's
Besides the point. Also,
Right.
it's like he beelined straight to my bar back, looked him straight in the eyes because he didn't see the water. So I thought to myself, like, is he gonna fight my bar back? Because he didn't bother to look for the
He
water.
was
It was right in
thinking
front of his face.
That's
Just
crazy.
like, hey, bro, you got some water?
Man. Like this.
He pulled it. What? But that was a telling sign. He pulled up the pants,
Well, no, it's just definitely like I'm
Pants
ready.
pulled up,
I'm ready to fight. It's
shoulders
just,
back,
yeah.
head forward.
Oh man.
It's just all the mannerisms
The
that you.
mannerisms.
It's the mannerisms.
I mean, but he stays ready, so we don't have to get ready.
Oh yeah, like a wise man once said. He was ready for shit to pop off. Like, what would have happened if we didn't have the water there?
Yeah, but
You don't
find
want to
some
know
water.
what happened.
I
if you
know.
had
Find
a water,
some
son.
water.
He would start doing this.
Oh man.
Ooh. You start
Shit.
rubbing his knuckles.
Ooh.
Ooh, just start doing the
Y'all better
Birdman.
Y'all better open up a fire hydrant.
Y'all ain't got no
Here's
tap,
what-
bro.
Yo, we got water outside. We're getting
Yo,
it
bro.
right now.
Yo, bro.
I
yo,
promise you,
Yo,
we got
bro.
water.
Y'all ain't got tap water though. Tap water though. Y'all ain't got no tap water though, bro. Bro. Y'all ain't got no tap water, bro. Yeah, I've been there.
I also noticed that hood motherfuckers also don't like drinking from like glass or whatever. They'll ask for plastic cups. They're I don't say they're germophobic, but they're very like particular about reused glass.
They gotta know where it came from.
Yeah.
gotta know where it came
Like
from.
at least a plastic cup that like, alright, I know that hasn't been used
Yeah,
before.
that
So I'll
came
give
from
him
the
that.
factory.
Yeah.
It ain't been washed either.
No.
But it came from the factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I'll
wrapped
give
in
him that.
plastic. It's just as sanitary as this thing that we just washed. But okay, that's cool.
If that's how you want your drink, that's
This is
fine.
some trust value, especially you've seen a couple Datelines, a couple of those shows on Netflix. Just like I just don't trust your dishwashing methods, and
It's fine, I get it.
yeah, I feel like that genre of guests are also sitting at the restaurants. They always ask for plastic cutlery, and I'm just like, you ordered a well done ribeye, a well done 22-ounce bone-in ribeye,
Yo,
and I'm about to see you saw and move this whole fucking table. You about to shake this whole fucking table trying to chop up this 22-ounce bone-in ribeye. You ordered well done, but you ordered.
You and your girl sharing the ribeye, you're both sharing a fucking knife. Yeah.
It's just like you're not cutting through that with the plastic cutlery, but like a lot of times they would like plastic cutlery, and like literally it's after you've already set down the silver one. So like they look at me and be like, can I get the plastic cutlery? I'm just like, I mean, yeah, and it just feels weird because it's all prepackaged in that little plastic.
Yeah.
With the salt and pepper.
With the salt
Salt and pepper already in there. Yeah. Like that's the only plastic cutlery we have. So
It's the only plastic cutlery any restaurant has.
so you just like set it down next to their 22-ounce bone-in ribeye they're paying $85 for. Have at it. Knock yourself out. And you know that table is just shaking, trying to like cut through that well-done steak. Yeah. Plastic cups, plastic
If your cutlery has to ask your steak nicely if it would like to be cut, you're doing it wrong. Like, hey, would you mind if I cut through you?
Yeah.
So this cheap ass motherfucker can eat this steak.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And then they'll tell you that it wasn't done well enough. You just ate cardboard.
Yeah.
I watched you.
I don't know.
You started a fire at your table while cutting through your fucking steak. I'm sorry.
The friction from it.
The friction is just like.
You
I
cooked
said
them
well done.
You cooked them more. Now you're eating leather.
Oh,
Enjoy it.
man.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Also, I want to say, because we took the 2-week hiatus, thank you to everybody who's been with us for now 54 episodes.
Oh, hello.
We have officially already crossed over our year, but we needed a break last week, man, with the holiday and everything.
Indeed.
Yeah, we'll start working ahead a little bit more so that we can get the content out a little bit faster, get it out on time a bit more. We apologize, but you know how it is when you take everything in-house, you got some growing pains. Hopefully the audio is working the way it's supposed to be. I've been listening to it. I think we're good. So with that, I also wanted to just reiterate to everybody, while we also say thank you for being a part of the show so far, we want to grow it. And we've also talked several times about, having guests on, which we'll have another one on for our next episode. I'm super fucking excited. Shout out to them for wanting to be on. We might even have one after that. We'll talk about that afterwards. But yeah, just, help some brothers out. Share it, if we made you laugh, post it on your story and like make somebody else
Send it
laugh.
to your grandma.
Yeah. Yo, grannies love me.
Oh, okay. That was a long stare at Brady.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Butterworth.
It's Butlersworth?
Mrs. Butterworth.
Mrs. Buttersworth.
Yeah. She knows who she
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds like Mass's wife.
is. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You're still on that.
Yeah.
You know
Call
what?
back.
You know what?
Call back.
You just actually reminded me of something that I wasn't gonna say, but I'm gonna say it now. From now on the 4th of July, if you really, really want to support America and its freedom, and you are a white woman, you need to fuck you a minority on the 4th of July.
Wow.
Do it for your forefathers, okay? Do it for your forefathers.
Forefathers was definitely-
find you a minority. Doesn't matter what race. Just pick one. There's plenty of them in America. Just pick you one. If you've if you've already fucked one of them like the previous year, just Russian roulette, pick another one. But from now on, if you're a white woman on the 4th of July, fuck a minority. Do it for your people.
I'm done.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Y'all just gonna leave me hanging on that. I'm just
Nah,
saying.
you got it.
You got that, bro.
That's
all
fine.
you
I'll
need.
take that.
You got it. Anyway.
I did get it actually.
Salute.